Hey, welcome to Tipsy Tiki, where we have Johnny Depp performing and the originator of the Fort Pierce National Anthem. Come check him out.
We'll pick you up with some originals. More originals. This is an original too. There's a big bald cypress tree up there in the Central Florida area, right outside of Longwood, Florida. Wrote a song about it. You know, it's kind of a hippie thing to write a song about as a tree, but the important thing about this tree, it was 3,500 years old. So think about it. When Moses walked the earth, this tree was over 100. When Socrates was around, this tree was over 1,000. When Jesus Christ was born, this tree was 1,500 years old already. And it died in 2012 on our watch. Think about all the generations that kept it alive, you know. And during our time is when it met its demise. And it was a sad story, so I wrote a song about it. The tree's name was the Senator, so I called the song The Senator. For 3,500 years, the Senator towered tall. It weathered wildfires, axes, and the lightnings and the souls. Not a hurricane or sinkhole to bell a toll of death. Like a 5-foot woman who was smoking crystal meth. Like a 20-something-year-old woman smoking crystal meth. Well, and for centuries it watched over our Florida sand. The natives used it for a guide. It was the pride of the land. 150 towering feet and 18 feet in girth. It was the 5th oldest living thing on Mother Earth. The 5th oldest living thing known on Mother Earth. Winds of change were blowing, it weren't no hurricane. The rich land developers had set the swamps to drain. And timber barons joined in the land they devoured. And threatened that swamp land where the mighty cypress towered. And threatened that cypress strand where the Senator towered. Human decency stepped in to save and protect. Big Tree Park was found around where the Senators erect, and future generations be inspired by its shade. Sometimes a fiery hell is where the best made plans are laid. Sometimes a fiery hell is where the best made plans are laid. Yes, for 3,500 years, the Senator towered tall. It weathered wildfires, axes, and the lightnings in the souls. Not a hurricane or sinkhole bell toll of death. Like a 5-foot woman who was smoking crystal meth. Like a 100-pound woman who was smoking crystal meth. On a stormy evening, yes, not long after dark, a tweaker woman sneaking went seeking in the park. Well, a dry place for her to go and smoke and sit. She started a fire at that tree to get her crystal lit. She started a fire at that tree to get her crystal lit. Well, nothing much was left when arrived the fire trucks. The cries had some eyes, the lightning must have struck. 2 weeks later, yes, the truth it be known, that meth had lit that tree on fire there on her own. 'Cause she had shown her friends footage on her own damn phone. I wish them old flames would have made ashes of her bones, because for 3,500 years, the Senator towered tall. It weathered wildfires, axes, the lightnings, and the souls. Not a hurricane or sinkhole bell a toll of death. Like a 5-foot woman who was smoking crystal meth. Like a 20-something-year-old woman smoking crystal. Sad but true story right there. Yeah, it's a true story. Called The Senator. You can look it up. There's a good little YouTube documentary. Ever had a bad boss before? Tell you what, me too. It's funny, when I wrote this song, I thought everybody was going to have a bad boss. And like my first gig, I said, I'm playing this. Anybody have a bad boss? They all looked around and said, no, my boss was great. Like everybody in there. Now I thought, and then I was like, man, maybe I just have authority issues or something. Maybe I'm the only person that hates my boss. My boss sucks now, but I'm self-employed. This song's about having a bad boss. I think I came up with the idea when I was working in the kitchen, because it's called The Cream Rises to the Top, but so does the grease. You get it? If you're a bad boss and you're offended by it, it'll be over in about a minute now. Well, the cream rises to the top, and so does the grease. My boss, yeah, he's a real piece. I'm tired of his neck, but breathing down my neck. He only lifts his fingers to sign a short check, 60 hours a week, heartbreaking labor. Hands the check, he thinks he's doing me a favor. I can't pay my bills, he lives in a castle, working minimum wage, full maximum asshole. 20 hours OT, no time and a half. Punching 2 minutes late, he was on my ass. One day I'm punching in just to punch him out. I know my girl Erin knows what I'm talking about, because the cream rises to the top and so does the grease. My boss, he's a real piece. I'm tired of his stank breath breathing down my neck. He only lifts his fingers, sign a short check, 60 hours a week, heartbreaking labor. Hands the check, he thinks he's doing me a favor. I can't pay my bills, he lives in a castle, working minimum wage, full maximum asshole. I swear I only got one more line, it goes like this. I swear one day when it's up and quits, he's gonna leave my footprints everywhere he sits. That's a bad boss song there. Short one. I'm not proud of much of my life, but I am proud of this next song, because I did write this next song for Willie Nelson. Nobody claps for that ever. Thank you. You write a song for Willie Nelson, you think you'd get a clap for it, but... Yeah, I wrote this song for Willie Nelson. He hasn't heard it yet, but I still wrote it for him, that's what I was saying. It's an old weed-smoking country song, so I figured he might like it. But if you don't like smoking weed, don't get too fearful, because this one's called Don't Legalize It. Make it mandatory. Well, life gets better as your eyes get redder, no doubt. No doubt. The more you get to burning, less you'll be concerned, no doubt. No doubt. You quit your weeping woe, and once you get the smoke blowing, no doubt, no doubt, your mental burdens will be freed. Burns a little weed, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, my song sounds sweeter. You smoked a little reefer for sure, for sure. That food tastes so fine. You burn a lot of pine for sure, for sure. My work a be breeze once we burn a lot of trees before. Yeah, their songs get written after 8 bongs hitting before. So don't you legalize it. Let's make it mandatory. Wanna be such a better place for you. That's a true story. It's hard enough, people just trying to get by. Come on, everybody, let's give it a try. Don't legalize it. Make it mandatory. I'll tell you why to make it mandatory right now. We all get along after burning one big bong, no doubt. No doubt. Less shootings, less stabbings after a big dabbings, no doubt. No doubt. We smoke a little more, we won't want to fight your wars, no doubt. No doubt. It's hard to get mean if you're hitting that green, no doubt. Oh hell, I'm unupsettable after eating edibles, no doubt. No doubt. Shit, they eased all my pains once I got the right strains, no doubt. No doubt. My life became a blessing after my first session, no doubt. 'Cause life gets better as your eyes get redder, no doubt. So don't you legalize it. Let's make it mandatory. We'll be such a better place for you, and that's a true story. It's hard enough, people just trying to get by. Come on, everybody, let's go get it high. Don't legalize it. Make it mandatory. Well, make it mandatory. Hey, there's a little request there. What's that time of the evening, folks? I have to do it at least every gig I play in Fort Pierce. We're going to do the Fort Pierce National Anthem now. If you Wikipedia Fort Pierce, they give you all our demographics and notable people. It'll say National Anthem written by, the Fort Pierce National Anthem written by Mr. John Prestige. I'm proud of that. But it is a national anthem just like any other national anthem. Just out of respect, folks, I know some of y'all just sat down too. I don't want to disrespect, but it is a national anthem. During the Fort Pierce National Anthem, I need everybody to rise now and please take your shirts off for Fort Pierce, Florida. Well, you can take your dress off if that's all you got on. I like reefer and I like more beers. I love living up Fort Pierce. Sound of the water's always in my ears. But I think I'll spend the rest of my years. Swam that channel when I was a kid, just like my pa before me did. Fish every dock I'm not supposed to fish. Used to backflip off of the Little Jim Bridge. Where I learned my swimming's where I learned about Jesus, learned about women. Fort Pierce beaches, y'all could keep running, but I'm staying right here, 'cause I love living up Fort Pierce. It's after work, I'm hitting that town, hitting drive-through drinks at the Jetty Lounge. Now I'm gonna shut that old booze bar down, run to go when the last call sounds. Tide's coming in, I'm heading to the inlet. Rides in the truck, gonna catch the whole limit. Catch so many fish, I'll put the sharks to tears. I love living up Fort Pierce. I like living in her sunshine. Got a good gal here, I'm liking she's mine. I like my reefer, I'd like more beers. I love living up Fort Pierce. Sitting here thinking as that old sun sets, rich folks ain't effed up all Fort Pierce yet. They're gonna do it, good Lord only knows. Paving all that I love, putting in some condos. Right now I'm just sitting, the ocean breeze. The band just started over at our cheese. Every good band plays a Gary Stewart song here. I love living up Fort Pierce. Life is hard. The good Lord knows life is short. I'm away from her. I feel all out of sort. So I just rolled up a hog leg and I just bought a quart. And let's pour one out, enter from the fort. Our people are friendly. Our women are pretty. Alphabet City, North Jetty to White City. Y'all put her down, you see this boy get fierce. I love living up in Fort Pierce. Well, I drink Pierce ciders, I like sailfish beers. And I love living up in Fort Pierce. Hey, thank you. Oh, it's nice. Yeah, I love it. Buckle your safe belts. We're heading south.